All right, so many of you guys know that I haven't been on the road trucking. I made a video last year talking about why, but the long story short is that I'm currently in the middle of a lawsuit with one of my insurance companies, and it's been an absolute nightmare. Because of this, it's caused me to lose a pretty good amount of money, and it's also caused me to not specifically be back on the road because the cost of replacing what I am losing with this specific insurance is too high for me to confidently say that it would be worth it for me to fork out more money to get this insurance back to be able to then get back on the road. So a lot of you guys might know, maybe you don't, but Sam, my wife, and I are expecting our first ever baby. Super excited. Also quite nervous because 29 years old, what the hell do I know about raising a kid? But it's pretty surreal. So it's currently the end of January and we are due in July. So we have about 6 more months, 5, 6-ish more months, depending on how you look at it. If you look at it as February or January. But overall, we're excited. So since the trucking business is now on the back burner, now the plan with the trucking business is to get this lawsuit settled. Once the lawsuit is settled, I should receive a chunk of change, and then that chunk of change can then go back into the business to be able to get back on the road. But at that time, I won't be going back on the road. I'm done being on the road. I might do some local stuff, but as far as getting back on the road, that will go to a driver that I hire to put them in the position to be on the road. So as for me, some of you know, it sounds like that's the theme of the video. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. My goal is to retire at 35. I turned 30 this year. I've been saying this for a very long time. 35, I feel like, is a really good number to claim retirement. And also, I feel like it's the perfect balance of grinding, really, since I've been 20 on business. That'd be 15 years in the business. And if you advance past 35, you're 50. And then really anything that after that is kind of just not learning as much, more teaching. So basically kind of the way I look at it is 20 to 35 is grind mode, learning, failing. 35 to 50 is enjoying. And then 50 on is teaching and giving back to everything that I have been wanting to give back to, or maybe I could help people who have similar goals, similar dreams that I did. That's kind of how I view it. So that's 5 years. I turned 30 this year. Sam turns 30 this year. But when I say retire, I don't mean retire as in I'm never working again. No, I couldn't do that, especially at that age. Retire to me means retire passively. So no matter what I do, I'm still making money. So if that means I want to go take a 3-month vacation to Bermuda with my family, I can, and I don't have to worry about money. But then I can come home and I can still work on the business. Or in the real estate sense where, okay, I want to purchase a new Ferrari. Well, to afford that new Ferrari, I need to sell 5 properties. So I sell 5 properties, purchase my Ferrari, and then after I purchase that Ferrari, I will get the same money back at the end of the month from all the rentals and then purchase the 5 properties that I just sold previous to get that Ferrari. So to me, retirement is all about this passive income. Every business that I've done and got to a point of being passive, that's the whole thing. So if you look at my media business, right now that's not passive. The media business for me, I've been doing that 8 years. It's not passive, it's all me. So I have to go out and get the clients. I get the clients, then I have to do the work. So in the future, there's a much deeper plan. But for me in the media business, eventually I'm just going to hire someone to go out and get the client, and then I'm going to hire someone to do the editing. So for me, then I won't have to do any of the such. I will be just getting the percentage of what my team brings in. That also kind of goes personally with YouTube. Being monetized, getting sponsorships, being able to make videos, something I love, and then months, weeks, years down the road, I'm still getting that passive income from those videos that are being put out. In real estate, it's the same thing, right? So Section 8 is what I specialize in. It's what my partner and I specialize in. So we purchase a property. That property has guaranteed income every single month, no matter what. So for me, if I have 10 properties, I know those 10 properties are going to generate that income every single month, regardless of what happens. So that's another form of income. Then the next thing you look at is the apparel business that I have with 94 Feet. As some of you may know, we're also rebranding called to From the Rafters apparel brand. It's incorporating football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and also some forms of motorsports as we advance into this next section or next season of this rebrand. That's passive. We do all the work, we get everything out, we do the marketing, and then of course people can go online anytime and purchase. So that's passive. So that's the third business. It's all passive. Then, as I think back to everything that I've done, the last thing would be the trucking business, which of course, as we mentioned, is not at this moment still in operation. But as I've already explained, how that's passive is I put a driver on the road, I pay them a percentage. I can, if I want, I can hire someone to get the loads for me, or I can get them the loads, put the driver on the road. Regardless, that's passive money. And then here introduces the new business. And this business is probably one of my favorite, if I'm going to be honest, and it's a business that I didn't even come up with. So marketing is everything, right? And especially on social media, it's one of the best things about social media. I don't like social media, believe it or not. I live on socials, but I don't like it. To me, socials, though, are where you really meet people and where you can grow. So the new business, it's called Got Local Deals, deals with a Z. And I'll make a really in-depth video, pretty short, because you guys don't need to sit here and ramble on. But a few months ago, as usual, I'm posting about my business and what I do on various, community groups on Facebook. And someone reached out to me, said they were looking for a website. So I met with the said person, and I actually found out that he did need a website, but the business idea that he had was far greater than that of a website. And that's where I come in. So at that moment, we just decided to go into business together at a 50-50 split. And we got the website up. I also got social media going. And what Got Local Deals is, it's a local community-based business. The community members pay a reoccurring $10 per month fee. That's just like Planet Fitness, for example. You pay $10 and you get access to a website. That website has hundreds of deals on it from small businesses in the local community. So we live in Lee County, Florida. So this Got Local Deals branch is specific to Lee County. So if you live in Lee County, you can get access to a website with hundreds of deals from around the community to support small businesses. Now, this is completely free for the business to sign up. So I can walk into any business and I can get them a deal on our website for free. It's no cost to them. We also provide a little bit of marketing for them to get the word out that, hey, this business that sells ice cream is offering 20% off, and they're located, right here in the community. So then when someone signs up to Got Local Deals, they then get these discounts. The easiest way is Joe Daddy's Pizza. It's a $20 pizza, but because you're a member of Got Local Deals, you get $10 off. Okay, so you now have $10 off. Well, guess what? That $10 that you just got off your large pizza literally just paid for the entire membership for the entire month. And then the kicker is we add 3 to 5 new deals every single day. So that is the basis and the premise of Got Local Deals. We've been running this now for about 3 months. We had about a 2-month process of setting everything up, getting everything going, getting deals out, and we are now live. We've been live now for a few weeks, but once again, this is another passive business. Everything is done. So for us right now, our biggest goal is just adding deals every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, adding more deals. And then for me, it's also my job to market, to be able to get people to know who we are and what we do and what we offer. And then you see, it's kind of a reoccurring cycle because the people are supporting the local community, which is what it's all about. These aren't corporations based. This is local community based. So these communities are being able to grow because we are bringing customers to them. The customers are supporting the local business and the business thrives. So it's really about helping the local economy. Now for me, there's about 800,000 people here in Lee County. So if you do the math, 100,000 people, if you can get 100,000 people at $10 a month, yeah, you can do the math. So 1/8 of the population is kind of my goal, because if we can get 1/8 of the population of Lee County, that's $1 million a month. Now, big goal, lofty goal, but it's possible. But it's just going to take the work to be able to market. It's going to take the work to be able to get the deals that we're looking for. So ultimately, that's the business background of Got Local Deals. There's also a territory system involved in which we basically own every territory throughout the country. Every territory is a different county. So since we own the territory, people come to us, they pay a one-time fee to then get access to the territory. We set that territory up for them, and then they do the back end work while we take a percentage of that territory. So ultimately, we have all this owned to where somebody can't just go out and just take this territory because it's part of us. It's part of Got Local Deals. It's part of the way that we've set up the business structure. So ultimately, we're getting paid a percentage for that territory while that territory owner is making 80% roughly of the profits that they're bringing in per month from that territory. But remember, we on the back end are the ones setting it up. So ultimately, that is the new business. That leaves 5 businesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got the apparel company, Got Local Deals, the media business, you've got the real estate business, you've got the personal content brand. Those are the 5. And all of those are passive every single month. Those being built together are what then encapsulates the retirement plan per se. And then as long as each business is going, you are still profiting and making that money every single month, no matter what. So that is how I basically plan to retire by the time I'm 35. There's a lot of work involved. Right now, we are nowhere near it. There is a lot of work that needs to get done, but that's 5 years. And you guys know how quickly life can change. Life changes just like that. You look back 1 year ago to this moment, January 29th, 2024, look at how different, right, the world was. You think 5 years ahead of time, COVID was 5 years ago, 2020. We're now in 2025. That was 5 years ago. So it's kind of scary to think that we're in 2025. COVID was 5 years ago, and 5 years into the future, I'll be 35. Like, COVID just seems like it was yesterday, but that was 5 years ago. Time just flies. So regardless, that is the new business. That is my plan. That's my future plan. That's always been my plan. And that's how I'm structuring and building these businesses to be able to get to a point where they're passive and every single month they're making money. So wanted to come on today. I wanted to give you guys that little background. Wanted to give you guys kind of an update, what we've been working on, how everything's been happening. Hope you've been staying warm. I know it's been freezing across the country, especially even here in Florida. We got into the 30s down here in Florida, just a little bit north of us. We're South Florida, a little bit north of us up in Pensacola, Tallahassee. They had like 9 inches of snow. So it's been cold, but recently the weather's been absolutely gorgeous. The last 4 or 5 days, mid 70s, sun every day. It's been amazing. So hope you guys are staying warm. So Another thing moving forward is one of the big things I also want to do going into 2025 or continuing through 2025 is I want to bring you guys along more. So expect a lot more vlogs. I actually have a vlog that's going to be coming out in a couple of days all about GLD, but it's the back end stuff that you don't see. The stuff going door to door, getting these clients, pulling these clients, having them sign contracts, all this stuff. And that's going to be done with every business. So if any of those businesses that I just mentioned sound interesting to you, and you kind of want to see what it takes on the back end, whether that's the media, the apparel business, the real estate business, the trucking business, or the personal content business, or got local deals business, that's kind of what I'm going to be sharing with you. And being in the media business and being a professional filmmaker, videographer, cinematographer, whatever you want to say, I always struggle because I always want my videos to look amazing and perfect and crisp. And the problem is you get to a point where you don't even put the video out because you do it and you're like, it's too rushed, it's too vlog-like, it doesn't look professional, and then you never put it out. So for me, one of the big things I want to try to do this year is kind of just take a step back, bring the camera with me, hit record while I'm doing the things that I'm doing, while I'm with my partners, while I'm on the phone, while I'm searching the internet, bring you guys along with me, and also kind of keep it as like an accountability aspect of it as well, where you guys are seeing what I'm doing, and if I'm not doing it, then we're not posting it. So if that sounds like something that you guys really would like to see, please hit the subscribe button. Content, I've been in the content game for about 10 years now, and I've obviously been uploaded hundreds and hundreds of videos to YouTube, but I've never truthfully taken YouTube serious as it would be like a client. Like if I was doing client work for myself, I could have been at 500,000 subscribers, but I haven't. And that's kind of the problem. So I kind of want to reevaluate my content strategy, as I just mentioned, to be able to put the content out there. But it's all about value and education and understanding the business and making mistakes, because without mistakes, you're not human, but we're all human. So we all make mistakes. A lot of people are scared to make mistakes. I'm not. If you're scared, you're in your comfort zone. So you got to step out of that comfort zone. You got to make the mistake. You make the mistake, you learn from it, you keep moving forward. Failure is only an actual thing if you give up. If you don't give up, failure is not a thing. Failure is only a lesson. You make that lesson, you understand the lesson, you don't make it again, you put it on your not to-do list, and you keep pushing forward to the next biggest thing, whatever it is. But I say all that to say thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to see more content coming, as I just mentioned, please, 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 please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. I have a goal of getting monetized in 2025. Never done it on YouTube, but I've done it for other people, but I've never done it for me. So I'm trying to get myself monetized this year. It would mean the world to me if you guys hit the subscribe button. Expect a lot more. I promise there's a lot coming. And just thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. If you've watched it, leave down below in the comments, you create your own story. It's my slogan. I've been saying it for years. I trademarked it. It's something that means a lot to me because it's true. You have a piece of paper, you have a pen, and you just wrote down on that piece of paper everything that you want to do in life, and it came true, go do it. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Peace out. And remember, you create your own story.